Hello, welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. My name is Kipso. I'm your GM for this evening. You will also see my tray, Jeff and Melissa, and we're missing Derek for the second time, I think. Oh, yeah.
It might be mirrored, so I
You're in the wrong direction. There you go. Now you're pointing your finger.
On my screen, I was flicking him off.
You were just going into the.
You know what? Everyone take one. Everyone.
Oh, that's so generous of you. Oh.
So I think we got the intention. I think that's the important part.
You sure? You don't want me to do another round just in case?
The point of language is to understand it. I feel like I understood it.
Yeah. All right. So last time we were in 1987. This time we're in 1997. Let's start with our little summary here. So some 10 years ago or something like that, I had assigned some junior park employees to a retrieval case. One of our Vs had an accident, an actual car crash, actually, in the pit because some metalhead monster truck drivers decided to drive into the orifice and that it was the coolest shit to do. They haven't been seen since. Who knows what happened to them? And I'm sure there was some warning by the monster truck community or something, but our market team is pretty good at covering that stuff up by now. They didn't even pay for a tour, so they didn't sign any of our waivers. Our team did manage to lose within acceptable parameters our actual tour group, which was pretty good. Only one loss for us. But no one really dies. So probably just take the bodies out and then declare them dead, like another company. The paperwork presented by Crystal and Truff shows exemplary detail, and Harlan drove the tourists out with enough time for them to see the fireworks display and the end of the monster truck rally, which I'm sure helped them get over the whole death malarkey. Oddly, Team Awesome took an additional hour to complete the repairs of the communication relay. That's not like them. Well, daily report, lead park supervisor out. All right, so we are in 1997. Great Britain has turned over Hong Kong to China after their 99-year lease has expired. The Mars Pathfinder lands. Wannabe by the Spice Girls is playing on the radio. Men in Black and George of the Jungle are in theaters. No, I couldn't pick one. The Mystery Flesh Pit National Park has had another record-breaking year in tourism and commercial sort of extravagance. The emergency phone system has finally been installed around the park for people that we can help and actually maybe save. And the computer chips based on organic tissue interface technology has begun to be mass produced based off of what is mined in here, intended for personal computers. It's July 4th, 1997. Youth 4, one of you seems to be kind of dead behind the eyes right now, but is just kind of auto-following the rest of you. But you find yourself in a familiar position. The lead park supervisor has summoned you all to the break room in the upper visitor center. You hear the pack of tourists are here that are from around the world, but you know that an unusual amount of local gumptioneers are also here actually at the park before the fireworks display happens. Because there will be the biannual baseball game between the park employees and the people in black, called Pibs by the locals. It used to be a yearly thing. However, there were too many missing people reports or 48-hour detainments before the game, and it was disruptive for anodyne mining facilities, the park services, and whatever government entities the Pibs come from. Upper management tried to get rid of the event altogether. However, our gumptioners rose up to riot until the game was reinstated. Never get between someone from gumption and a competitive event. we have our own Harlan to thank for that. As you enter the break room, you see your supervisor is wearing Converse, has black jeans that are ripped at the knees, a green and yellow camp guide shirt, the mystery flesh pit starting to wear across the front of it, is wearing goth makeup and a beanie on her dark hair. She appears to be around 19 or 20 years old, and she is leaning against a table looking bored, clearly waiting for you. Okay, park employees, as you know, it's our duty to win against the Pibs. Management has made it a lot harder to create some missing person reports, but we got lucky. A local farmer just phoned in a report that his cattle have been going missing, and weirder shit than normal has been seen walking around at night. If you guys get over there with the Grumman Internal Autonomy Vehicle Mark III, we've already loaded it onto a flatbed truck for you. I'd put money on you being able to find a new entry point for the PBSO. You'll need to fully investigate and report on the weird shit, but I need you to knock out as many Pibs as you can. If you can keep their numbers down, then they won't be able to take breaks, and that should wear them out faster for the baseball game. Just make it a little harder for them, you know? Since you aren't juniors anymore, I expect you to remember that the Pibs can't see any human anomalies, let's call it. Or they will have a reason to detain you for further investigation, and you're going to miss the baseball game. Got it?
Don't want to miss that baseball game.
No, you gotta win, right?
I've been practicing my swinging, and I don't spin in a full and complete circle anymore when I'm up to bat, so I have improved.
Have you stopped destroying the bats when you hold them?
I mean, I don't... I mean, everybody's like, isn't that what the pros do? They like have the stuff on their hands and they like rub the stuff all over the bats, and then they like, I'm just doing as the pros do.
Keep it to a minimum. That's not quite discreet enough. We got to make sure that they don't just take people away, even if they are mostly not swinging in a circle anymore.
Well, all right. I'm really excited though. Like when I do connect, which happens about one every 250 pitches, if the count at the batting cages is accurate, I'm doing all right. It goes real far though. When I do hit it, it goes real far.
And the lead park supervisor will look towards KK and Harlan. Get her to practice during this trip, yeah? Do you really want to be the embarrassment?
She's really good. She doesn't need any more practice.
Are you genuine or are you lying?
He has not paid any attention. No wonder or not Crystal's any good.
All right.
You know, her general clumsy nature hasn't really changed much, so you know.
She just wants her boss to get her off her back.
Yeah. All right.
Harlan, though, he's great with the pitching and all that. I think, what? Right? Like your hand-eye coordination is very on target.
Well, back when I was in high school, I gotta tell you, while baseball wasn't my preferred sport, as I am, as I have always proclaimed, a football man, I did do a little pitching. That's right. I got a little curveball action. No problem. I just gotta scuff the ball up a little bit, and you'll see that thing drop right off a plate. No problem.
See, everybody lets him do a little bit of scuffing, but then I scuffed up and I'm breaking rules. I don't
You're
understand.
Not supposed to get caught. That's the problem. Yeah. Gotta do it on the sly. All stealth-like.
And not burn your hands into it as well. That's also frowned upon.
It's all about, what's that word everybody's trying to tell me about? Moderation.
Yes.
Understood. So we do the job.
KK
Win the
is
game.
fully trying not to snicker.
So we gotta go like collect some Mr. Pibbs, and then we go play baseball. Sorry, I was kind of miles away.
Just, tuck them away so they're safe-ish. Accidents happen. But yeah, if you can get some Pibbs and kind of like make it so they can't play baseball against us, you'd be doing the park proud.
Seems a little underhanded, doesn't it?
We're not killing them.
It doesn't seem very honorable. Should look our enemy in the eye.
This is the karate thing.
Yeah, it is.
Winning's winning, Harlan.
I'm gonna get that black belt one day. You'll see.
Think of it like this: instead of like an honorable martial artist, you're currently needing to role play a bandit and do the honorable thing in the mind of a bandit, like a road bandit from the old days.
I was thinking,
Highwayman.
I was thinking it's like those the car races where they're like, if you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. It's like that stuff, or like if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Like all of them.
Stop
kind of
exactly.
And don't Harlan, don't think they're not going to fight back, because they're going to try to do the same to you.
I see. It's very
More
complicated.
like ninjas.
To go on.
That was the end of it.
Do we have like the ninja outfit and everything?
She'll
I tried to
look around.
order some, but I couldn't find any. Just like Spirit Halloween, they don't really fit that well, and they're not.
If you have like,
they don't.
If you have like a black T-shirt, I'll like make you the little like thingy.
All right.
Whip
If
something
this
up
gets you
real
guys
quick.
going faster, she'll go over to the lockers, and every staff member has their own locker where they can hold their stuff. She's got. She pulls out a black band T-shirt and is like, "All right, the goodbye to this one. Here you go."
Okay,
And she'll hand it off to Harlan.
Are we the same size?
It's not for you to wear on your torso. It's for you to wear on your
my
head.
face.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he unravels his hachimachi, takes that off, and then he takes the T-shirt and he kind of like cuts some holes in it and puts it on his head, and then he wraps the hachimachi.
There were already technically 4 holes in that T-shirt. If you argue,
but they weren't. My eyes didn't align with them.
Fair enough.
That you look the part now.
Quite fetching, don't you think?
Harlan?
So today you're going to be a ninja instead of a samurai or a martial artist.
I understand.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Neat back.
Yep. Since
Yes,
Truff appears to be mentally absent right now, who's going to be the lead for this section?
I mean, he's been mentally absent for the past 10 years, if you ask me, but that's just something else.
KK, I think it's your turn.
Oh, KK, all right. You've been
I think
voluntold.
Harlan looks the part.
Nope. KK, you're too slow. Nope. You've already been voluntold. It is your responsibility. You need to make sure all the paperwork gets done. If any of those bodies get found, that's another incident report.
So bad at paperwork.
That's all of the incident reports. I want everything signed and documented before the end of the day today. Or, and this is after the baseball game, so you're going to be staying late if you don't do it.
We'll help you.
Okay, can I just have the incident reports now? And again, maybe fill them out through the
you can
day.
fill them out as you find them, I guess.
Yeah.
And she'll just like go over to an old school printer, grab a stack, and go, well, we've got wildlife incident reports. Here you go. Vehicle damage incident report. Here you go. Missing person incident report. Here you go. And she'll just hand you 5 of each.
And KK will happily take them and make sure she has a pen and is mentally sort of replaying like different incident reports across her career, so she can just like write whatever she
Now, Farmer Jenkins is just on the outskirt of Gumption. I'm sure you probably know him. He is fairly infamous with the locals for his naked dance routine every summer. Yeah, that one.
That guy.
That guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't really talk about it much, but he's like my father's stepmom's third cousin's kid.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk about that
this
either.
thing that he calls the helicopter recently. It's I don't know.
Yeah, you want to describe that?
What's
the helicopter for the naked dance guy?
Oh dear.
All right, it is time
Is
for
there,
this to go.
Does he have a romantic interest? When they get
I don't pay
amorous,
attention to that. You can ask
when they
him
get
yourself.
amorous, does he call out, "Get to the chopper"? Does he do that? With a,
I'm not sure when that movie was released for
Right.
him to know that
Really
word.
"Get to the chopper"? In
Yeah.
the
Before
80s, that was
1997.
like,
Oh, okay.
that was like before the first time. It was like 86, I think.
Time for you to go now. Off you go. There's a flatbed truck just on the other side of the upper visitor center for you to drive.
Hey, this shirt smells good. What did you like? What'd you do to it?
Oh yeah,
Did you
it's a new body spray called Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Okay. Smell. Teen Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you say so. I thought it
Yeah,
was
they made a
just like
song
fabric
about it.
softener or something.
By the way, now that it's 1997,
Yeah.
so Crystal had like the dyed blonde big perm in
Excellent.
87.
Yes.
So now we've, and I should have actually looked at the time frame of this, but I was thinking that she's gone more in the like dyed brunette Jennifer Aniston hair from Friends era.
Oh, I love
Isn't
it.
thinking she's probably
I love it.
like
Are you
rocking at
wearing
this
like
point.
Are you wearing like the baggy cargo Natalie and Bruglia pants?
Yes.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie
For
to that.
sure.
So
That works
as you
for me.
guys
That's
leave
cool.
the guest center, Crystal comes out first. The wind hitting her Jennifer Aniston hair with her 90s outfit. What does plus 10 years Harland and KK look like?
Harlan, go ahead.
Oh.
Well, it's kind of hard to tell what he looks like because he's so stealthy. No, he Harlan has become a weapon. He has worked diligently over the last 10 years under the tutelage of Sensei Nick. He continues to tap into the Japanese liqueur, you might call it. But he has also adopted several other aspects of their culture, including their cuisine. So he eats a very healthy diet. He really even likes, how's it pronounced? The sushi. He really likes that as well, with like the rolls and things. It's got like rice and stuff in it, and you just kind of pick it up and you pop it in your mouth like it's like a piece of candy. And so he is he's slimmed down, and he actually looks pretty good for his age. He's still hideous to look at. His face looks like roadkill, but aside from that, his body is like a hardened weapon. You know.
Okay. So you've become like an early gym bro, but with karate.
Amazing.
I don't technically go to the gym. I go to the dojo.
Yes.
And we also do certain calisthenics and such, but I'm not after mass. I'm after flexibility.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
that'll be great for combat. And what does KK plus 10 years look like?
KK has spent a lot of time over the last 10 years being very irritatingly asked, like, hey, you look exactly like Monsoon, who is a famous singer in the really popular band Convenient Jockey. And so she is now, in an effort to not look like her famous twin sister, is rocking a Chelsea Hawk with like purple tips, and she's very clearly cut it and shaped it herself because it does not look professional and clean. It looks very punk rock.
Very good. And as the visitor guest center closes on the lead park supervisor, who looks virtually the same, you hear the click of a Sony Walkman, a Sony Discman, and the light sound of Zombies by the Cranberries start to play on her headphones as you close the door and look towards a large flatbed truck which has the hydraulics that allow you to tip the bed vertically. Which you know is going to be necessary to point your Mach 3 vehicle into the new orifice somewhere on Farmer Jenkins' fields.
So I just want to recap. We're going to point out a new orifice on Farmer Jenkins' field. Farmer Jenkins, who we know dances in the nude to some sort of helicopter thing.
Yes, that's what you guys have decided. Added on to mine.
He's family, so like I can go up first and I can knock on the door because we're family.
How old is Farmer Jenkins?
Like 80, 90. He's one of those guys that's been old forever, so you're not quite sure how old he is, but he's definitely not all.
Probably like 20-something years older than me. Okay, I was wondering if maybe we played a little high school ball together or something. You know. We were contemporary. If we chased the same foxes, you know what I'm saying?
You could ask him, but he's probably 20 years. You saw like a Jenkins jersey in the gym at your high school.
Wait a second, Farmer. You mean Tommy Jenkins? Old TJ, touchdown TJ.
That's him.
That's him, the same
He's
guy.
the guy who scored 4 touchdowns in a single game. Now, granted, I scored 5 and I broke his record, but 4 was pretty admirable, especially during that era when the forward pass didn't exist just yet. So that it was still kind of, way to go, wishbone and such. But I always wanted to meet that fella, but
well, now
did.
you're about to.
I better stretch. He might want to race me or something. I heard he was always pretty fast.
I think you can probably beat him now. Last time I saw him at a family event, and she kind of like Harlan's gotten in shape over the last 10 years. I would almost guarantee that you would beat him like just taking a stroll. You could beat him.
I have to warn you there, Crystal. It is not honorable to treat your opponent with such disrespect. Do not presume you have won the war before having begun it. Sensei Nick, 1993, something like that. I can't remember. We were watching Braveheart, so I don't really know if it applies, but whatever. Anyhow,
you know what? You and Farmer Cousin, as we call him, are gonna get along just fine.
You're in Texas.
Call Farmer Cousin. Okay.
I thought something was gonna come and then it didn't. So I was like, "Oh, these are the words as they're coming out." So
I'm in my 60s. I understand that completely. I get you. I understand.
I mean, we're all locals, so I feel like there's a pretty good chance for some relation here.
You guys, Harlan is the driver. You guys have to get Harlan into the driver's seat to get going.
Oh yeah.
And to kind of encourage him, I think, or just generally to get it off her, KK does go up to Harlan like after all, it's like, hey, maybe you can have a drink with TJ or whatever. And she gives him this bottle. Yeah,
that's my girl. Yeah.
And she gives you this bottle of very beautiful golden brown liquor that kind of looks like sunshine in a bottle.
I mean,
no, it's Nika. It's Japanese.
Do a little pregame. Just a little quick pregame. That's smooth. Oh,
The destroy actually doesn't make that anymore.
no kidding. All right, well, I guess I better drive this thing now. Let's go ahead and get on.
All right. Can I get this will just be a standard driving test. You were starting mostly on paved roads, but you're going to have to go a little bit off-road as you hit the farmlands.
All right. Okay, so I got driving trained. So what did that take me down to?
Nice.
From standard, which would have been a 6, to simple, which is a 3.
Okay, so 3.
So you have to roll higher than a 3.
I have to, or higher than a 9.
No. It's a simple task, which is a 1, which means you have to roll higher than a 3. Sorry.
Sorry,
no.
I'm
not giving you this is going to be an impossible driving test on farm roads.
All right, so a 3 is still higher than 2, and that's pretty much what I roll in Cypher System 90% of the time. Speed test, is that okay? The speed test, or do you want something
great. Else? No. Speed is great.
So, I actually. Oh no, never mind.
Sorry, I had ripped it.
No.
So Harlan, probably with Crystal helping to navigate, as this is her farmer cousin.
No idea.
Yeah. So you gotta go. You gotta go to the. All right, you passed the first oak tree. Now you're coming to the second one. All right. Now you got the second one.
I got to turn around. Hang on, this is a mix.
All right, now if you see, you're going to see that you're going to see the fence, and then when the fence stops, you're going to see a dirt road, but that's not the dirt road you're going to turn on. You're going to wait until the next dirt road, and then you're going to make a right hand.
This dirt road?
No. Oh. I said the second dirt road, not the first one.
I got to turn around again?
Now that is the dirt road. Now you take a right on that dirt road.
Hey, you ever heard of something called Tokyo drifting?
No, I'm pretty sure that movie is not out yet.
Yeah, but the concept of Tokyo drifting has been in existence since the origin of Japan. It's a spiritual thing. You can trust me on that.
Yeah. I see.
Back it up.
I don't know.
Amajasi really enjoyed that drifting, with her son.
Is that like a thing you do when you're about to fall asleep? Is that like a?
I don't sleep anymore. I just meditate.
Well, all right. Well,
the gray
always appreciate your driving
under
skills.
Harlan's eyes.
Can't see my eyes because I got the ninja mask on.
True. As the t-shirt flaps in the wind, as you guys turn onto this second dirt road, a little sort of shack of a farm kind of appears. You've got a little bit of a rundown red barn behind it. This farmhouse it's 1 story, sort of a dark, you can kind of see it's rotting a little bit here and there, wood on the outside. The roof is gone kind of driftwood white from the sun and not having any sort of proper roofing material on it. You've been here before. This is often the children of your family are just let.
Hey, Kipser. Go ahead and restart that. You did that thing where the mic breaks out again. So every time I hit I don't know what it is about the music. Whenever I click the music to go on, your mic just cut out. So just just restart that description. I'm sorry about that.
No. It's fine. Thanks for catching it this time. I listened to the other one. I'm like, oh no, I disappear. I'm telling you about the squishy floor and you don't even have any idea what I'm doing. So this farmhouse is on this beautiful sort of flat area, cattle grazing in the distance. You've got this old sort of classic red barn that's falling apart a little bit, and then a little shack of a farmhouse, 1 story with this dark, near rotted wood. You can see got a little patio out front and almost a bleach wood on the top from not having any roofing and having the sun sort of blast down on it for so many years. And Crystal and her family has kind of always come here as children and just been let loose to run wild in the open, where they could be like a mile off and you could still see them because there's just nothing but flat. And
my mama always used to say that in the house I could always break like everything, but if they send me over to Cousin Farmer, I can be as clumsy as I want, and I'm just gonna fall into a hay bale.
Hey, Crystal, How old's your mama?
How old is Crystal?
I know, that's what I was like.
New dad? Who dis?
60?
She's she seen anyone?
Well, that's always kind of the thing with Mama, is that, like, she has never really gotten out of, I'm working math backwards, this may make no sense, but she's never quite gotten out of the kind of 60s vibe of relationships. She doesn't necessarily like to be
that kind of thing.
Restricted by society's general monogamy and marriage and other such conventions that she does not take kindly to.
Sold. When are you gonna hook us up?
I mean, I have long since stopped concerning myself with sort of who she is concerning herself with. So I don't particularly want to hear the particulars, but
Look, I hear what you're saying, but when you get in your 60s, I'm just saying the networking there ain't a lot of options. So, like, whenever you get a lead, you got to follow it. So, like, let's go ahead and pull on that thread when we're done with this year job, if you don't mind. Thanks, appreciate it.
That,
let's go talk to
you know
that
what?
TJ guy.
Yes, I will go make the introduction, as I promised that I would. And as Crystal is kind of walking away, and she was like, that is not a mental image that I needed to have, but there's that. All right.
KK, as you try not to listen to this conversation, you hear instead in the distance, like, the little, like, plucking of a banjo, and someone singing horribly off tune. You think somewhere behind, maybe near to that red barn in the distance.
Oh, love this song.
Do you? It sounds like...
Just say out loud.
Yeah. Old MacDonald had a farm. Old MacDonald had a farm.
And she'll kind of lean over to, is that your cousin Farmer?
That voice sounded a little young for him, but
sorry.
Cousin Farmer,
that's the major.
Cousin Farmer, that you?
Oh, it's me, little Crystal. It's so good to see you again. I promise I'm wearing pants this time. You can come around the house. I'm just over here. I got the cows out if you're singing them. Was it making the serenade for good milk?
I gotta ask you, you double promised you're wearing pants? Because you said that last time and you weren't, and I told you I was always gonna ask you twice.
Okay, well, give me a minute here. When I say pants...
That's what I thought.
When I say pants, what I might mean is boxers with a bunch of holes in them.
Yeah, no, actual pants. They can be short pants, they can be long pants, but they gotta be pants.
Okay, let me just go in the back door here. I'll meet you at the front patio in a second.
Thank you, Cousin Farmer.
You hear the slam of a door from behind. No visualization yet, luckily. And after about 5 minutes, a very old, sort of rail thin, and more like his skin is falling off from the wrinkles of him. You can see the ribs. He didn't bother putting a shirt on, but he's got like these sort of loose pants tied up with a bit of rope to keep him from falling down. No socks or shoes. He goes, "Oh, Crystal, it's so good to see you again. Let me give me a hug, lass."
And Crystal will give him a big bear hug.
Oh yes, it's so good to see you.
Good to see you. I brought some co-workers with me. This year is
you're old enough to have a job.
Yep. Been quite a few years.
Big last I saw you.
You just saw me like 2 months ago, but yes, yep, could have been. So anyway, so this here is KK.
I mastered the helicopter a little bit better.
Oh, I'm not. I told you I was not going to talk to you about that.
As soon as she mentions KK takes both of his hands in his very enthusiastic. I'm such a fan of your work.
Oh yeah, Crystal, you got. I like your friends.
Well, and you know who you might also want to meet. So this here is Mr. Harlan Boone. You might have heard his name from a little record break-in that he might have done in his.
Boy who broke my record. Oh my God!
You're the old my script there, partner.
Oh yeah, and he'll like clap his hand in yours.
Honor to meet you.
It's an honor to meet you, boy who managed to break my records. Mighty impressive. It's a good record.
I'll tell you, old timer, it wasn't easy to do. It wasn't easy to do.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I mean, you know, it's
you say old timer and KK leans over quick. Is he like 63?
Yes.
Don't pay attention to anything they're saying.
I'll definitely let you buy me a beer sometime down at the Pit Hole, you know, the local bar, Pit Hole.
The Pit Hole.
Okay, yeah, the Pit Hole.
Okay. You know, that's got kind of a lower quality vibe of of spirit.
Yeah, peanuts all over the floor.
Yeah. There's a little KK over here got me a little present. If you want to take a little gander at this thing.
Yeah. You know, I'm happy to take a little gander.
There you go.
Oh, that's good shit.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I like that.
I mean, why it's out? Why not just do a little?
Oh, here, and he'll pull out a little like flask. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of that.
Yeah. It's old time's sake. There we go. To whatever the fuck our high school's name was, I don't remember.
Oh, it was just like Gumption High School. There's only one in town.
The Gumption High Varmints, whatever. There you
go. Something like that. Sounds right.
Yeah.
And he'll just like toss it back. Now, Crystal, I like your coworkers. Nah, these are friends. Clearly lifelong. You got to keep them around. These are good folk.
I mean, yeah, we've worked together for well over 10 years now. So, we're getting along quite well.
All right. Well, is there a purpose to your visit then? Other than good company? I'm always happy to do it, but is it a work day? Or are you for weekend? I don't know what day it is.
Today, Cousin Farmer, is actually the 4th of July.
Oh shit! Happy 4th of July!
Yeah, we.
I gotta get down to the park. There's gonna be a baseball game later.
There is gonna be a baseball game. I have been working on my swing very diligently. Harlan here is quite the pitcher, and we're KK. She can snatch a ball right out of thin air, like the best.
You guys are represented. That's good news. They better kick her ass, you know. They don't want to disappoint your family, Crystal.
I know. I have not heard that every single week of my life since I've been born.
Oh, your family's going to be at the game? Your mom's going to be there? Of course.
Oh, I guess, Crystal, is your mom going?
I'm not sure. Probably because she knows how hard I've been working on my batting at the batting cages. So I'm sure, if nothing else, to remind me of my 200 batting average, I'm sure she'll come.
Oh, I'm sure it's not so bad. I'll go make sure that I'll give her a ring on the telephone. We got it set up a couple of years. We finally got some wires all the way out here. The wires are great. It's like the newest tech for this farm out in the middle of nowhere.
Look at you coming in all modern with your wired phone.
Yeah, they got some of the wires in with the bio wiring, so you know you see a little pulse beat right there? Got a little bit of the pit in him.
That's just fantastic. KK can fill you in. We have a job to do. The details are escaping me at the moment, but we're here to investigate another opening or something over yonder.
Yeah. My cat's been going missing, and that usually means something's opened up, you know? One of those temporary orifices.
Yeah, can you just show us where that's been happening?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you see that, not that first cactus, but like even further away, that kind of dead bush behind it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like 5 miles out from here. I know it looks a lot closer. So if you go all the way over there, and then you go right for like another half click, you know, not a whole click, just about a half one, then you should find that weird hole. I've been letting the cattle there, and then they disappeared a bunch, so I had to move them to they're over there now, and the grass not as good, so yeah.
I gotta ask if do Americans say clicks?
If they've been in the military, I think they do, but outside of that, I don't think.
I don't know that, like, that.
Harlan understood everything.
Sure, Harlan knows clicks. Chris still doesn't know clicks.
I assume that was universal term. What is it?
Definitely only certain folks who have served.
Okay.
As Harlan has. And I'm sure sounds like TJ has.
Oh, yeah, of course. Did my few years. Get the Gumption Division.
That's a distinguished division. Absolutely.
It certainly is. It certainly is. Do our town proud.
Sure. No doubt. Absolutely no doubt.
So, Harlan, you got those directions down. You know exactly where we're going.
10-4, good buddy.
And I will say, Harlan knows the same speak as TJ. I'm not even going to make Jeff roll for this. And the more he drinks this new Japanese liqueur, the easier it is for him to follow TJ. Yep. Just staying hydrated. You keep drinking, I will make you roll the drive test. I'm going to make you do them enough for this game.
You know, it was a little happy sauce.
Yeah, just a little happy sauce, yeah.
A little teriyaki. Just a little teriyaki. That's all it is. I like it. I like the umami.
A little bit teriyaki, a little bit of ponzu, shoyu.
Just it's like emergency teriyaki, just in case I happen to get hungry and don't have any.
I mean, that's important. You want to make sure you don't get.
Yep.
All right. So as Harlan seems to suddenly talk to nobody about condiments, he pops into the driver's seat. You guys quickly hurry to get on as he goes off about teriyaki or something while drinking KK's latest import. Following the directions, you find that second slightly dead bush. You go to the right for half a click, I guess at some indeterminate amount that Harlan seems to know, and you see, and you start to smell it first. You know, you work in the Mystery Pit National Park, and that sort of warm, coppery smell when you're walking through the pit, you smell it, and as it gets stronger, you're gonna have to get out to kind of find the exact hole, but you know you're in the right area. You follow your nose like Toucan Sam.
All right,
which I also believe is a universal reference.
We should. I think you got us about as far as the vehicle could take us. I think we might need to hoof it the rest of the way. Follow our noses.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to come out and just give me an intelligence search check to try to figure out where it is, Harlan can just get the vehicle there, because you need to find out where to put the hydraulic lift so that your here, let me just do this. You need the Grumman Internal Anatomy Vehicle Mark III is what the lead park supervisor has given you. It is a sort of a screw-based motion vehicle. Essentially, large screws where any of the tires would be, and this is flat. So the screw wheels are as tall as the vehicle, and it fits about 4 people inside it. You can also technically probably shove about 4 more people in the storage container, but that is unsafe and unregulated. But, just a little bit of information if that might help in a later date for some reason.
I can definitely do an intellect roll.
Yes, give me, as you this farm pretty well. With a 15, that's definitely higher than any sort of setting I was going to make it on the table.
Sorry, I forgot to wait for you to say
the difficulty. You didn't even try to argue to bring down the difficulty. 15 is great.
That would have. I was get here.
Right?
All Long ever does. I'm like, okay, Long, I'm gonna need to roll a check. 20. I didn't even tell you what kind of check. It's still a
20. Okay. So this farm. You kind of walk around following your nose, looking at the ground, and you can see there's like a movement of the plant life and the rocks as it's been kind of pushed aside, like an eyeball opening in the ground, and you look and see sort of this opening tube with these sort of ripple effect along it, like the inside of a throat. Which you can then point out to Harlan and get him to point your vehicle as you guys can start your descent when you're ready to go in.
I think that's the place there, Harlan.
That's the entry point.
Yeah.
We're going now.
Yeah.
We're going now. I'm gonna have to get a little speed up on this to kind of get in there, right? You don't want to just ease in or nothing,
You got this.
All right.
And he's going to just like gun it again. He's such a child when it comes to vehicles. Yeah.
All right. You easily get the flatbed truck perfectly positioned. You get the hydraulic lift pointed up so that your Mark III goes down. KK, Harlan, and Crystal, you guys all get into this sort of white screw motion-based vehicle as you get ready to enter the orifice from another direction. This will keep you out of the know for the PIBs knowing that you're down there, which is probably what the lead park supervisor intended with this. But she also said that the reason that you are also able to go in here is to investigate some extra weird shit. From the top, Crystal did an investigation. She looked around. This looked like a normal additional temporary opening. These kind of like, this is a living creature you're living on. Every now and again, something will open and close. They are temporary, sort of unknown tubular entrances.
That happens to me sometimes too. I'm a little older. All of a sudden, I look down. There's like a hole in my forearm and my thigh. But that ain't right. I think I drank too much. And
that might
morning,
also because
when it wears away. Oh no, it's fine. It's okay. It's all right. Just like a bruise or something.
Yeah.
As we head down, Kibzer, I have various skills that I think will come right, but most notably biology. And I'm wondering if I am able to immediately tell if there's anything particularly inky or interesting about this opening that isn't regular.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to do it. The reason I bring it up and remind you is because, yes, I would love to give you more information like that. I'm going to say from where you are right now, because this is still on the exterior of the PBSO, to try to discern the air or look at what's been coming out that's weirder shit than normal, I am going to say that this is an intimidating task, which brings it's a 6 task difficulty, which is an 18 or higher roll.
Okay.
With biology, you do bring it down to challenging right away, which is a 15.
Okay. I also have investigative skills.
Mm-hmm.
I can basically pick what I want. So it's like a perception notice, identifying like that kind of ballpark of things.
Mm-hmm. I would take identifying because you guys have worked in the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park for 10 years now. You're pretty familiar with what is normal weird shit and what is extra weird shit. So I will
biology identifying.
Mm-hmm.
The third thing I'd like to ask about is Flesh Pit knowledge, like history. I wonder if that can come to play at all.
I'll take it because of the nature of what's happened. I'm willing to take that, which would bring it down to a demanding, which is a 9 or higher.
Okay. I don't think I have anything else that
no more bullshit to add on top of that sandwich.
Not narrative bullshit. If I want to take time to like make something, then maybe. But
at some point in time, you got to take that role. So let's it's not you're gonna get other opportunities. Don't worry.
Okay. So that's a 9 or higher, is what you said.
It is. That is accurate.
Sorry, my forge is being kind of funny. Just give me one second. Is someone able to just roll a d20 for me?
Absolutely. Do you want to go get some real dice? I'm happy to accept that too.
Yeah, I mine real dice are right here, so I'm just gonna grab them. But just for now, if someone can
let me. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Oh, nope, that didn't work.
No, I don't have my little dice tray thing out, and I forgot what the typing.
It's R//1d20 if I'm remembering it right. Nope, I didn't do it right either.
Let me just do this. I got it.
You.
I figured it out.
Brilliant.
Roll the 13.
Yeah, we know what we're doing. We're professionals.
Like I can just roll a skill. So I can roll any attribute.
I'm so
that
sorry,
is
guys.
No, it's all right. KK, you have rolled a 13. Totally, you did it. Absolutely. With the 13 and your base knowledge, that sort of warm copper scent, you almost get something floral or living in a sort of in a different way than the flesh pit is living. Not human or body living, but like plant living. There's something earthy about that smell that you don't recognize. And you're thinking there's something that got in here, some plant that got in here that shouldn't be there. So you think you're looking for some sort of plant that wasn't there before, in a way.
And I don't immediately visibly see any like moss growth on the wall or fungus or anything like that.
Looking around,
like it's just a scent thing.
Right now, it's just a scent thing. This hole has only been open for the last couple of days. It's not come out here, but knowing that, you're going to have, I'm going to give you, Foundry just died for me as well.
It's back up.
It's back up. It is going to be easier for other roles. You're building a base knowledge in your brain.
Okay. So KK just kind of does this like sniff of their surroundings. Like, smells like planty, like a greenhouse.
Yeah.
You sure? Smells like teen spirit to me. Oh wait, hang on.
And now that KK has pointed it out,
you're right.
Crystal and Harlan, you can totally pick up on that extra sort of layer below the flesh pit scent.
Well, that's mighty interesting. We should figure out if we can follow that a little bit more.
It's kind of like when you get like a lot of alcohol breath or coffee breath, and you try to like mask it with like mint or something, or like your bathroom. Seen a couple bad runs, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta get like an air freshener because you know that like company's coming over and you gotta impress and everything. But you know, like there's that flavor underneath, you know, that's just kind of there and ripe. What are we talking about again? I'm sorry. Well, hey, I was miles away.
KK said there's some plants here that shouldn't be here, but might be a thing for us to look into.
Well, we should
follow
get
our
on
noses.
That. Yeah. Nose always knows.
Nose always knows. As you say that and you get into the driver's seat now of your Mark III, getting ready to enter, you guys think about how only a small portion of the PBSO body has ever been mapped. Even new maps may be unhelpful, as the PBSO's biological function can create or close passages or cavities within a very short period of time. So coming in here doesn't mean you can go back out this same way. And it might be sealing this unwary section into a pocket or converting what was a routine run into a deep exploration. Explorers have descended as far as the mysterious blue layer, which started at about 11 miles depth, 18 kilometers for those that are in the better metric system. Beneath that is an almost unknown exotic anomaly layer. You know that the atmosphere is reliably breathable right now, but it is very thin from the summer exhalation, which makes it warm and humid. The hole you are entering and is kind of fleshy with the rigid tubes on either side of it. And as you go down in the deep, dark location, I need Harlan to give me a drive test. That is going to be, this right now is still pretty standard. So you can just rip it, as it is only a 6 that you need to roll higher than, or you can try to push it.
I'm driving. Applies.
3.
Down to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Rip it. Let's go. You only live once.
16.
Wow.
As
60s, it's like I'm in my 20s again.
I mean, your body has never been healthier, except for when you were a teenager doing sports in high school.
I did a lot of drugs back then, though.
Yeah.
Cleaner now.
I think. I don't remember half of it, but...
Harlan, look ahead.
You're
taking a hole. And Crystal helps navigate you back through as your vehicle starts to spin its sort of corkscrew wheels, and you enter into this thing that expands and contrasts as you move through it. KK and Crystal, sort of knowing that there's a plant thing, you guys keep an eye open for anything unusual. Would either of you guys like to give me, as the headlights of this vehicle come on and illuminate this passage, give me some sort of perception check? I'm happy to take one from either of you guys, or both of you if you wanted to give the other a help action or just roll separately.
Yeah, Mel, I would love to help you. And one of the things I took was enable others. So that should be like mechanical additional.
I have, sorry, I was just looking through what I've got. I do have my hard hat with a headlamp, which I'm imagining that equipment might help me as I'm trying to look off to the side where the headlights of the vehicle might not go.
Yeah. So I would say if you guys are helping each other, again, it started as a 5. I'm happy to bring it down to a 4 with that. And anything else?
I have only my enable others.
Okay.
So we're just calling that out ahead of time in case it doesn't go well. So is this what kind of roll am I rolling here?
Oh, perception. So that's going to be an intelligence. Sorry.
Okay. I'm pretty good with my intellect. I'll go ahead and spend 2 on that. By the way, in the intervening 10 years, I have gotten 2 points more intellectual and 2 points mightier.
Nice.
My speed is still a 6 for anyone who knows.
Did you say 2 pints?
Oh,
2 points.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes, we have gone from junior park employees, aka tier 1, into like baseline park employees, tier 2, but not quite at senior, tier 3 level park employees yet.
Hey, what's your mama like to drink?
Oh
she
my
like
God.
a whiskey lady or?
It's a 17.
She is not, as in her taste in men, she is not discerning. If it tastes good.
Why haven't you introduced us before? I gotta tell you.
Oh no.
She sounds like a perfect fifth ex-wife. You know what I'm saying?
It's gone up. It's gone up.
I did.
I have 4. I haven't got married in the last 10 years, but hey.
You had 3 last year.
You had 3
You had
3. So in the last 10 years, you had another one.
It's a common misconception. Deborah and I, we married, divorced, then remarried again.
I see.
We thought we'd take a second try.
That's how you do that. But remember, my mama's not walking down the aisle with anybody. So this is just
paying for a win. That's what courthouse is for.
Then you might just get along just fine. I rolled a 17 on this here perception out the window with KK helping me and my hard hat with a headlamp that I feel like I got to roll the window down. Otherwise the headlamp is just going to like reflect off the window. So I really got to roll the window down.
Figure it out.
After I get blinded for the first like 30 seconds because I turn it on with the window still up and then I'm like, daggone it. I do that every time. That hurts so bad. Hold on.
Well, them 2 extra points of intelligence, I'll tell you. Go a long way.
Oh my God. So Crystal, as you look up, you kind of, with KK's information and her help, you start to see within this sort of throat-like structure, almost these white little wavy worms start to appear as you're going down. And as you kind of watch, there is like a trail of them just along the side of this cavern. And sort of as your headlight is following them, you see that there's a slight cavity ahead before the throat continues. Are you going to tell Harlan to slow down, or are you going to keep going? You can see that the trail of these white sort of worms seems to reappear on the other side.
Harlan, hit the brakes.
What's that?
Hit the brakes.
Yeah, okay. You don't hit the brakes. You ease into them. Come on now.
I just figured in your current state, if I told you to hit the brakes, we'd end up in easing the brakes. So
you only hit the brakes when marriage is involved. Okay, vehicles. You got to ease into it.
That works. That works too. But see, look at there. There's some white wormy thingies. Look at those.
There's some white wormy things over there. What's all that about?
That's we gotta find out.
Look at these worms, and then there's also the cavern just next to where you parked. And as you kind of look in, you see a gentleman in a black sort of suit with a black shirt underneath, and he seems to be holding like a little light up with a bunch of like science equipment. I just looked up at Jeff, and he seems to be like chipping off something that looks like an amalgamation of like just a number of cows shoved together. You guys would realize that this is a compound organism, something that has famously happened to a circus group that fell into the pit before. And you think whatever's been pulling the cattle in has been shoving them in this first cavity and to save for later. But in the meantime, the flesh pit has sort of calcified them and created this sort of compound organism. You suspect they might still be slightly alive as you see like a little hoof shake a little bit and you hear a soft moo. And this gentleman in a black suit with a black shirt, black pants, you might call him a person in black even, a pim, seems to be sort of scraping samples off of this compound.
Harlan, you know it would be real funny? If you were all Ninja Quiet and like snuck up right behind him, and then in a real loud voice was like, "Well, howdy, partner." That'd be really funny to watch him jump.
If I do that, you're introducing me to your mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Harlan will attempt to do that. He will try as best he can. He'll quickly put the teen spirit mask back on.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And then he will, all quiet like, he will exit the vehicle.
All right.
Like a cat.
Like a cat. I'm going to call this a speed check. This is definitely going to be like a sneaky thing. These guys, I'm just looking at their stats right now. They are I'm going to say it's going to be a 15 because he's because of his stats.
Okay, well, I have stealth.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to bring it down to a 12, right?
Yes, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I throw in the enable others to support our character attempting a physical task? Specifically, I'm enabling by pointing out spots that he can be stealthy behind it.
Sure, we can play it like that.
Can I make an argument?
Yeah.
You gave me a ninja garb.
I gave you a t-shirt, a black t-shirt.
You said it was a ninja garb.
Your lead park supervisor said it was a ninja garb.
She gave it to me.
She did.
I'm wearing it.
You are.
You now have equipment.
Because I don't really think my duct tape is going to assist me in this case. So that's really the only piece of equipment that I think could come into play here.
Okay.
Was that a no? That's a no.
That's going to be a better luck next time.
Okay, I'm up to effort 2, so I'm gonna do 2 bits of effort on speed because I really want to meet Crystal's mama. All right.
So I don't. The enable others should give you 1.
I thought should give me what? I thought that's not the
free?
reroll thing.
One decrease.
Derek has the reroll thing.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've got enable others. There's
challenge 5. You bring it down from stealth. You bring it down from KK helping. Mm-hmm. So that's
I just spent 6 speed points to bring it down. Geez. So I want to meet Crystal's mama.
Okay.
So that should be down. So I think I just need a roll 3.
Yeah.
I need a roll 3.
This is when I roll that 2. Here it comes.
Oh, 12.
Oh, yeah. There's love in the air. You smell it? You smell that now? Here we go.
So the Pib is completely unaware of you as you ninja the fuck up behind him. You're going to jump out and do hey, or are you going to do something else?
Yes.
How you doing, partner?
As he screams and throws a pen at you that he was using to write notes from his
that
thing.
as an assault.
Oh my god!
Right out of the air.
And you grab that pen, and he goes, fucking park employees! Is this okay?" And he's going to say, "I'm going to detain you for disrupting an investigation."
You can't detain that which you cannot.
Yeah, can you keep a straight face when you do it? You're almost done.
I can do it. You're the one cracked up. I mean, I'm ready to go. I'll be in character the whole time. Just ask them. That's what I do on Fridays. Okay.
It's like, you can't detain that which you can't catch. I just dance around. So he can't get me.
He is
evasive maneuver.
He's going to pull out a
serpentine.
He's definitely going to pull out a taser for you guys, which is his. And he's going to try to attack you with the taser as a GM intrusion, which would give you another grip point if you'd like, or you can reject this, and that actually gives you 2 grip points, one for you and one for somebody else.
Okay. I'll take the one for myself,
Mhm.
and then I'll give one to old KK because she gave me a little help on the stealth.
Good.
Yep, thank you.
No worries. And just as a quick reminder, there's your 1-for-1 conversion, which includes rerolls if you want to do 1 grit for a reroll if you ever do a bad roll.
Okay.
So you're doing a speed check. He brings out this taser, shoots it at you, and the little barbs come out, and you just dance away. Should we roll initiative, you think? KK and Crystal, are you guys going to get, let's roll initiative. So give me your speed checks. Tell me if it's higher than, the DC is 15. He is a challenge rating 5 character.
Rolled a 17.
Rolled an 8.
9. 9 for me.
9 for you. Okay. So
hell did I roll a 17?
17. All right, sorry, Crystal, that was 17. So you're going to go in the early section. Harlan, did you roll above or below?
I rolled below.
Below. And KK, I believe you said you were below. You had 9?
Oh, sorry, I changed my dress. So yeah, 9.
Sure. No worries. My ears. Okay.
It does that all the time. It's so annoying.
So
I want to
Crystal,
meet whoever controls the music for StreamYard.
Yeah.
And I want to poke him in the eye.
That's fair. I would accept that. Crystal, he doesn't know you're there yet, technically. And you get to go first. He is only engaged with Harlan so far. So I'm going to say, instead of a 15, this will be a 14 just because he doesn't know you're there. For whatever you're trying to do.
What am I going to do? So I would say that Crystal is kind of a clumsy kind of person. So she wants to see if she can kind of come up behind him and just sort of push him toward the vehicle. So she's really just going to just try to move him closer to where Harlan or KK can kind of get him restrained in the vehicle. So that's what she wants to try to do.
Okay. I'm happy for you guys to do this and try to knock him out as well. Give me, if you're trying to shove, I'm going to say that's a might roll.
Okay.
And again, it's level 4, so that'll be a 12 or higher right now.
Okay. Does this require me to... I don't think this requires me to keep my balance necessarily.
I mean,
I'm
you
not,
can just
walking
shoulder
across
into
something
someone.
carefully.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're not really, it's not a balance thing.
I just want to make sure that all of my inabilities aren't getting ignored.
I appreciate that.
So, I'm just going to roll this as a straight might. I'm going to spend 2 on this because I have an edge in everything at this point between kind of what I did at character creation and what I did at level up. So spending 2 to get 1 level there. And then I rolled a 13. So that should beat
yes, perfect.
a
so you shove into this guy. He tumbles forward towards Harlan and KK as you kind of just like slip behind him and shove him back towards the entry of this hole, putting your back to the amalgamation. And the agent is now and you would still want to do that?
It's like, that interesting part of that description there. Okay, good to know.
Because
like,
you guys are
the cow.
If you just want to change it. So he's in a cavity. Harlan and the vehicle are just in the throat section that was driving by, and you stopped near the entrance.
Oh no, totally fine.
Okay,
totally fine.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure because
I appreciated the detail that you were reminding me that I left my back to the amalgamation.
Yeah. So now it's my turn, which means all of the things that are mine get to go. Which the agent will kind of like stumble forwards. I'm going to say KK and Harlan, you guys will also get the sort of the -1 to the challenge. So from a 5 to a 4 because he stumbled. And he's going to stand up and kind of...
Your audio just went a little crazy on us again.
Yeah.
No.
So
It wasn't my
start
fault.
from.
Not my fault.
Yeah, start from. He's gonna stand up.
Okay. Well, okay. So the pib is going to turn around and get into a judo stance, not karate, judo. And Tarlin, you recognize this is a different form of martial arts, as he is going to take a might throw at Crystal. Crystal, if you want to do the 15 sort of, this is going to be a speed test, as he's going to turn around and attack you for shoving him.
Oh crap! Speed I have left as my dump stat.
Yep. Yeah, I believe that was a 6 in your speed.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm still rolling a d20, so, could still be whatever. I will spend 2 because I did add an edge to this. So I'll spend 2 to help with that a bit. And so what was the level that I needed to hit?
It is a 15 right now.
All right. And so I just spent an edge, so that'll bring that down to a 12. And I rolled a 1.
Okay, so here we go. This is where we are going to remind you now of the homebrew aspect. This was built into the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park, the RPG, but I've changed it. Yeah, thank you. I've been avoiding saying the full name until now. Tourist Trap. Welcome to Tourist Trap. This is Team Tourist Trap. Yeah, we've got it right below here. So the grit points I've been giving you, you guys got 3 from session 1. I forgot to mention you would have gotten another 3 from session 2, and then I gave Harlan an extra one who gave KK 1. So they have 7. You have 6. With 6, you can spend 1 for a reroll. You can spend 2 to gain a short-term skill that would give you the benefits, and that's short-term. Usually just means just for this section, the 1997 section. And then you can spend 4 to gain a tool, prototype, or special ability on top of what you already have, or 5 to gain a trained skill or from trained to specialized. So if you want, you can spend 1 to reroll after all that, is what I mean.
Can we spend like that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You can. It's just like
finally I can get karate.
You could get
I've not
karate.
been able to get it. I can finally get karate.
You can get karate for 97,
nice.
And you can. It's your Deus Ex Machina. It's like you guys are trained professionals in the park in a dangerous zone. You can just have stuff. You're supposed to be like proficient, and it's okay to break it. Like this is not. Don't worry about balance. We're supposed to have fun. If you'd like to re-roll, if you want to live that one, we can live that one.
Do it.
So would I have to spend another 2 speed?
No, I'm going to say it's a pure dice reroll. The bonuses that you put into it are spent and don't, and it's brought it down. It's just a dice reroll.
I rolled a 2. I was not meant to do with this.
All right, so here's how this is going to play out then. So the secret agent is going to wallop you. Your neck and sort of head cracks to the side. You are going to take 5 damage from his hit, and you feel a bit like stunned. And while you're kind of like stunned and blinking, the cattle amalgamation behind you starts to rise up from sort of all of the activity that's happening around it. And it is going to come down on both you and the pip. I was hoping that he would knock you out of the way because I was trying to be nice, but we rolled a 1 and a 2. So
we did.
We are going to get hit by this thing, the both of us.
Okay.
And as you see, like several hoofs start to come out, and it's going to try to hoof you and him a few times. And he is probably going to get knocked out here in a second, but can you give me a sort of a speed defense of, again, 15? Sorry. I really tried to knock you out of the way.
All right, so speed, I'm going to go down to 2. I'm going to spend another 2, so I'm going to try to roll a 12.
You still have 5 grit if you need them. And also, if the audience gives you points, that goes into your grit pool.
Okay, I rolled a 7, so I'm gonna spend a grit to reroll that again.
This is why we learn the mechanics of grit.
I mean, the dice. I rolled a 2.
Oh my god! You guys are going to be
Never
pulling
gonna
Crystal.
get to meet Crystal's mama.
No,
Dude.
That's
At
the
my
tragedy.
funeral.
you can't meet Crystal's mama if
So
she gets
TJ
knocked
can
out.
introduce you with that. That's fine.
Oh man,
That's right. He's family. Okay, we're fine. Whew. I'm nervous.
She can get trampled by the amalgamation. It's
okay,
all right.
Doesn't
so
matter.
the 2 of the hooves hit you. It's going to do 3 damage to you on this one. And
oh man.
Yep. And the rest of
Yikes.
you guys see this sort of agent kind of get knocked in the side by 2 of these hooves. And he's just going to like get stunned and fall back. And you think he's currently knocked out. But now you have Crystal in danger of this giant cattle amalgamation that you're going to have to deal with to rescue her. So that brings us to KK and Harland. It is your turn.
Harlan, did you want to go first since you're
I
like
got an idea.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So Harlan is gonna like see his future daughter-in-law
Oh, Jesus.
in a significant amount of trouble.
Yeah.
And he is going to like reach into his satchel that he has. It's just like, it's just like a sash almost. He keeps the stuff in it, and he's gonna pull out a series of short, rounded tubes
Ooh.
and hoses. It's
Mhm.
about 12 inches long or so,
Mhm.
and he is going to aim this. It's a 10-foot cube.
Mhm.
I'm using one of my ciphers to encase this creature that's attacking
Ooh.
Crystal, but not Crystal. So I'm going to angle it in such a way that she is not going to be targeted by this.
Happy to allow that.
What this does is it instantly solidifies the air in a 10-foot cube of space, the center of which must be within short range. The air is turned into an amber-like substance, and those trapped in it will likely suffocate or starve.
Lovely. Yes. So there's like, yeah, this just happens, right? This
just happens. There's a depletion roll to see whether or not I can use it again, but yeah.
Okay,
That's
great.
it. So one of my 2.
You run around putting these poles up and making it into a cube around this cattle. Maybe KK, you drag Crystal a little further away while Harlan is doing his like ninja parkouring up around the flesh wall to create this box.
I move so impressively. I'm like somersaulting. I'm like parkouring off of like flesh stuff and everything. It's great.
And he, in the blink of an eye, builds this amber prison for the cattle amalgamation, and it solidifies, and you see like this thing kind of try to shake, but it's trapped. Do you want to do your depletion roll?
Yeah, it's a 1 to 4 on a D6. So let me go ahead and give that a roll. I rolled a 1, so this is the only use I get of it. But hey, it was a good use.
Luckily, you
Crystal
can
had
use your
gotten,
grip
like-
points to get a new one if you wanted.
Oh,
That's true.
Crystal had gotten kind of knocked over,
Mhm.
and so she didn't see it happen initially. And then it's like, what? It just kicked me.
It is it's okay. The danger has been averted. You got to stay cool.
But it just kicked me
under
like 2
pressure.
seconds ago. What?
Yeah,
Oh, my
it ain't
word.
gonna kick nothing no more. Don't worry.
What just happened?
Well, that was the magics of Sensei Nick's karate. If you're curious, I have coupons. If you want to go take a lesson, you can kind of see what it's all about. Your mom into karate? She liked the martial sports.
So I've hesitated to mention this, but my mama did send me to a lesson there once, and he very, very kindly refunded my mama's payment to him and asked that I never darken its doors again.
He did what? Well, I'm just gonna have to have a little talk with him. I Yeah, I'm one of his finest pupils. So I have a bit of...
Yeah, just about every activity that my mama ever signed me up for, she was very promptly refunded her money and asked that I not attend because I am what they call a liability for any of their...
Yeah, your understanding of gravity and balance could certainly use some improvement. I have noticed over the years, I must say. But that does not mean that there is not potential room for improvement through careful study and meditation.
But you understand why Mama would just send me over to cousin Farmer's place to just run around and
DJs. Oh yeah. Hey, what were you doing? Hey, what the guy I spooked? How's he doing?
He is currently passed out on the floor. This lovely sort of spongy bronchial tissue ground. You could do what you wanted right now. You know,
there was pockets maybe.
One of those pockets. Your vehicle has placed in the storage for 4 people unsafely. If you wanted as
Harlan's
well.
also he's gonna pull out his duct tape.
You could tape him to the amber box.
Prisoner.
You secure the prisoner with your duct tape. So you have options. You could tape him to the box. You could leave him in this cavity. You think he's probably, if you tape him up, he's probably not getting out easily. You also have the storage compartment of your vehicle. Up to you.
What do you think, KK?
I think it's a really good idea, and she's helping you secure him.
This is not a moral game.
Crystal will pickpocket him while they are duct taping his mouth and hands. So anything he has in his pockets is now ours.
All right. So he is, let me just double check. Currency equivalent to an expensive item, a couple special items, tools, or spying. So he's got tools for spying. So he's probably got some the night goggles that Truff has. He would have those as well. You could definitely take those and add those to your character sheet.
Oh, these are real cool. Because Truff is always like, look at me, I can see in the dark, and none of you can see in the dark. And, well, now one of us can see in the dark, too.
And then otherwise he has a little notebook of, like, the details from this cattle amalgamation that he was taking, a little sample tissues. You got plenty of those.
I do have a skill in, like... identifying anodyne technology and tech repair and stuff. So like Crystal would probably want to pour over that.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Little notebook.
Then you find, like, looking through this notebook, it seems like he was studying the sort of effects of the pit on animals that were closer to the surface. So, in Texas, you got the armadillos, you have just coyotes. And when they first go into the pit, they're mostly normal, but through sort of their transition life cycle, if they're here long enough, they'll lose their hair, they'll become like weird parts of the flesh pit themselves. And, you yourself have gained an ability over these 10 years. So like you, it's faster in the small creatures with a higher metabolism for whatever reason. And he's sort of creating these theories on that. And the creatures nearer to the surface are sort of closer to hybrids between just normal animals and pit creatures. And that's what he was investigating.
Well, it is certainly unfortunate that this man is a pib, but his theories are interesting. Harlan, KK, is he not going to be moving anytime in the near future? Like he's nice and cozy?
He should be okay for the immediate.
Anything else in this little area we wanted to look into, or
no, it really was just
back behind the wheel.
Tiny pocket. So even you look up, because you initially stopped to look at the small sort of white waving worms that you were seeing starting to grow in the ceiling. So Harlan's still duct taping the guy.
Harlan took his pen that he got thrown at, and he wrote balls on the man's forehead.
I saw the A. I couldn't tell what the other letters were. I was trying to follow it.
Throw a pen at me, will you?
You spooked him on purpose. He was writing and doing science stuff. Science. So yes, you can also get back to the car and continue to follow these white waving worm-like things further down this throat passage as well. So the option is yours. Do you want to look at them now, or do you want to keep following them and look to see where they lead earlier?
Crystal sitting in the car with her seat belt on.
KK. I don't really know nothing about science unless it's like, healing and such. And love.
Sorry, Gibbs, what did you say our options were?
Pretty much, you can start to take an early look at these sort of white waving things that Crystal noticed on the wall, or you can keep going down the throat passage to see where it leads you quicker. But, inevitably, you're going to have to go back to the car and do that anyway.
Sure. I would love to look at these white wormy things and see what the hell they are.
Sure, absolutely. So this is a new thing to you. This is going to be a higher challenge rating. I'm just getting my table up. I would actually say this is a formidable check, which would make it a 21. It's a level 7 task difficulty. I will say, because of your biology, that already brings it down one.
Okay, I have a few other things I'd like to see if work in this mode.
Well, didn't you say earlier that you took identifying as one of your investigative skills?
Yep.
So you've got...
So if that comes to play again.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm happy to take it. A friend could help who also has engineering of some kind.
I'm happy to help if, Crystal was kind of sitting in the car and she's like, oh, KK, did you want any assistance looking at that?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
She comes up with her hard hat with a light on it to shine it in the direction that you are looking. And she just holds open her bag of heavy tools and heavy light tools. And just, if there's anything that you need, you can grab it.
I also have a scientific field kit.
Ooh. That's even better.
So that that's just a kit to help invest. Yeah, I'm happy to take that as bring it down to a 3, which would make you need to roll a 9 or higher.
This is kind of a judgment call thing. I am trained in remembering things I've experienced directly. So if this is something I have seen before,
this is new to all of you.
Okay. In that case, that's an 11.
But that should come up later. Okay, so with the 11, you kind of take a look at it. You bring your scientific toolkit out. You grab a heavy something rather from Crystal's thing, just to help scrape it as you cut off some of these, and then you sort of put them into just a little tea tree as you take a look in a magnifying glass that you just pull out of your kit, and you realize these are not worms. You were right in one of your initial guesses. This appears to be some kind of fungi. You're not quite sure. It's some sort of not full mushroom, but maybe parts of a mushroom root system that have been altered by the existence of the pit. Exactly what the PIB that you just knocked out was investigating, the early changes. And you think it might get weirder as you go further down. But yeah, the the root system of this appears to move like it's reaching out to try to expand. And even if you do you think you would touch the system?
Oh, very definitely. So very definitely.
So as you sort of touch it and pull your hand away, the root system comes with you, and it almost feels like it's like sticking to your hands, and it's almost like it's trying to start fresh and grow from there. Like it would touch anything and be able to start to join with it to create more mushroom.
Okay.
What are you going to now do to get this off of your hand?
I'm going to try, and I don't know if this is going to work, but my instinctive reaction is to try and wipe my hand on, like, the floor.
I got an idea. Do you mind?
I don't have a whole lot of time.
Crystal pulls out bubblegum that she's been chewing on.
Oh, yeah.
And Crystal is going to use the bubblegum to see if the bubblegum will, like, if it'll stick to the bubblegum.
Oh, so bubblegum is a synthetic material primarily, but it does have like gum, which is from a tree.
And it's got her saliva all over it.
Fair enough.
I did pull it out of my mouth. I did not pull a fresh stick out.
So yes, I'm going to say this is going to make the next thing easier. You do manage to grab and pull and see some of these little worms start to come off. This little root system that's trying to dig in. Harlan, I want you to roll me an intelligence check, right? With a difficulty of just like 12, level 4 difficulty.
Okay. Would like anything like healing or something apply?
Yeah.
I don't really have any sciences. That's like the closest thing I got.
I'm asking you to roll because of your medicine side.
Okay. I'm actually specialized in that now, so I think it reduces it 2 levels now.
Fair enough. Then from 4 to 2, 6 or higher.
All right, let's see.
Nice.
9. Oh, 6.
6, you said.
Yeah, 6.
I got it.
Yeah.
Just enough. Harlan's motto, life motto, just enough.
Just enough.
Disinfectant. That thing needs to be disinfected right now.
Oh, hey, wait. We got to get some.
Kill that root system.
He looks at the booze that KK got him. Man.
No, I don't use that.
No.
Use that.
I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing else. So
you have a medical kit.
So I do. I mean, I guess that's true.
I'm happy to do the RP.
KK,
you have a medical kit.
I mean, a first aid kit of bandages, antibiotics, and similar supplies. So would you think I would have some kind of So like he's looking at
standard thing.
I guess you're just gonna have to lose your arm or nah, just kidding. I got something right here, and he's gonna pull out. He's gonna pull out some wound disinfectant.
You know, like Harlan from the medical side of things, you know a parasite when you see one. Like even if this is a fungal parasite.
Name's Truff. Yeah.
Poor Derek can't even defend himself. All right.
We'll tell him about it later.
You like watch this, and you don't know anything about science and this weird mushroom root concept they're talking about. But then you realize it's not coming off, and that it's reminds you of exactly what a parasite would do, and immediately that disinfectant kills the roots and allows the weird white fluff to just easily slosh off. Completely dead on the floor now. It doesn't move at all and wave in this sort of magical fake wind.
Got him.
So seeing that, Kipster, I wonder if I might. So I have improvise and tinker, both of which I wonder, and they're intellect spells, which I'm happy to. But like, could I whip up a larger batch of disinfectant?
You would have to spend time to do this, but I'm going to say yes, you could do something. Like you guys, actually what I'm saying, you guys have alcohol. You guys seem to carry a lot of alcohol with you.
What are you saying?
Kaya very definitely has like a loss of motion, which she did not volunteer just now.
And you guys look up and realize, just like KK, this thing is starting, or has been and is spreading, an infection throughout the PBSO. And if you create a larger sort of dispenser for sort of sterilizing things with alcohol or anything you can think of, then yeah, you might be able to start washing this off of the PBSO. You don't know if this is good or bad at this time.
KK, if you want, I have this experimental ray emitter that I feel like if it emits a ray, it can emit a spray of something with a little tinkering.
Also, ultraviolet, I think, helps disinfect as well. Doesn't it?
I also have an anti-venom cipher, and Tinker is specifically to change the effect of a thing into doing something else.
Yep.
So I wonder if I might use my anti-venom and Tinker ability on top of that with improvise to start like the process.
Yeah, you guys are all sort of like talking and working together and bringing the objects and prototypes that you have, and you can probably would you guys want to merge it together or have two separate tools to use to help disinfect each?
I don't know, Mel, do you have a preference?
Not necessarily. Like if it works to be 2, then we will finish it in twice as fast.
I am of the same mind. I'd always rather have more. So if we can do 2, I'd like to make the attempt.
Okay, I'm happy to do this. Let me just double check. Crafting difficulty table.
So for me personally, what I had in mind was my antivenom, which is a cipher.
Yep.
And the improvise ability, which is like 3 intellect points, and Tinker, which is 1 intellect point.
Yeah, so I would have set this probably at like an intimidating, which is a 6, and with all those tools, you're definitely bringing it down. Even with what you just said, like 3. And you guys can build sort of 2 things, and Crystal would be helping you, so it would be a 2, and you could work together to go for speed. And even Harlan can help because he has sort of knowledge of medical, and that leans into medical technology a little bit. So
Amazing.
That would be, you guys could have Crystal's beam would be emitting in sort of a ray that would allow for a disinfectant beam, which I think is ultraviolet, and then KK could have a liquid spray. So the anti-venom the prototype cipher would become sort of a disinfectant spray instead of an anti-venom spray.
Sweet.
Yep.
Sweet.
So then roll me a standard, which is a 6 or higher. And then you guys can have 2 new things. And just make sure you have notes so we remember for next week.
This is my first time ever rolling this in any cipher game ever, but I got a nat 20.
Oh, shoot. Okay. So
I've played so much cipher and I have never gotten a nat 20.
Very nice, very nice.
All right, so you know exactly what it's supposed to look like. You grab Crystal's stuff, you grab your stuff, with Harlan and Crystal giving you additional information and tools. You reconstruct and rebalance the chemicals, the light beam waves, everything that you need. And you end up with 2 prototypes that look very similar to guns, and one of them is essentially a super soaker. You can call it disinfectant soaker if you would like, and then you've got the disinfectant ray for Crystal instead of disinfectant ray or disinfectant beam. We'll go disinfectant beam, I think might be good. Or you ray or beam, Crystal?
I mean, it's an experimental ray emitter, so I feel like it emits a ray.
Okay, then disinfectant ray for...
I'll stick to the ray.
Crystal looks more closer to like a handgun style, and then you seem to have created a disinfectant super soaker for yourself, and you kind of like charge up this equipment and aim it towards these white sort of worm-like structures and start clearing it off of the side of the wall. You're probably just gonna have to hang out the window a little bit and spray as you drive, but you watch as these guys slosh off of the side of the PBSO dead on the ground.
Fantastic.
All right. Teamwork made all the fungus fall off the wall. That didn't really rhyme, but we did it.
And as you 90s high five in like let's do it team kind of movie fashion, you look down,
leaping up off the ground,
right?
Freeze frame,
total freeze frame.
You look down towards the sort of the depth of the cavern ahead of you, and I think this is an excellent spot to call it for the night. A little bit early, but that's okay. Excellent part to call it for the night, as you know the start of what you need to deal with ahead of you, and have already taken out one pip.
Amazing.
All right, Jeff.
Very nice. Very nice.
Blasting us with the music.
Sorry, I don't. I think I figured out your dipping issue.
Oh yeah.
I'll talk about it
Okay,
later.
cool.
I think I figured it out. Yeah. But I don't. I still haven't figured out that. I don't know why it does that. But anyhow, let's do some plugs. Let's talk about a few things. So I'm going to throw it to Maitre first, so Maitre can tell us a little about what she does on the internet, because she does stuff on the internet. Not sure if you know.
I do. I am multi-plays games on YouTube where I make system agnostic or multi-system development content that centers the GM and player experience. So you should check out if you feel like checking that kind of thing out.
Right on. Yeah, Jake, you would like this. There's orifices and throats, and we were just. It took so much restraint not to make a bunch of jokes, because you're like, we're going to go deeper, and you kept calling it like a throat orifice. I'm like, the joke's there. The joke is right there.
I know.
Like, I'm not going to make it.
This first session was a lot of butt jokes.
I was in
the headspace of like, we're going down the throat and there's like white spots. There's something wrong with it.
And then we're like spraying the throat right now with all sorts of stuff. I'm like, come on.
Okay.
Come on. Jeremy couldn't make it.
Do you know what a naked person helicoptering actually is? Like, what is that to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Little meat spin action.
She's more likely than me to know what it is, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
in the order of things.
Yeah,
I'm the one who's usually like, I'll laugh along, but I don't know what you mean.
Dick and butt jokes.
Yes. And other jokes as well about it. Yeah. Okay. All right. What else we got going on? Let's talk about old Huckleberry. Our dear friend Steven has been making a game. It's called Huckleberry. You can find out more information over on huckleberryrpg.com. You can grab a quick draw edition up on drive-thru. And in a couple months, you can back it on BackerKit and get your own shiny new copy of it. And you should hop onto the Discord. You can ask them all sorts of questions as well. It's really fun. You should take a look. In terms of streaming schedule, next game we got is Thursday. You can see a couple people here playing in our Swords of the Serpentine game. We're closing down the end of that campaign. Got a few episodes left. Very exciting. Friday this week, we've got more Cypher System, as we're going to be playing some Magnus Archives, assuming dear Steven is in the health condition to do it, as he's been a little bit under the weather. And then Saturday, we've got Call of Cthulhu. And next Monday, we'll got more Time Watch, where it's possible, I'm not sure if you've heard this, it's possible Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing. I'm just saying. It's possible.
It is. It is possible. It is a theory.
That's what they think right now. Or that Neil Armstrong has been overtaken. One of our characters thinks the moon is a conspiracy theory. So, we'll see. Anyhow.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, it is made out of cheese.
It is. It's true. Oh my God. Let me write a note down really fast. Okay. Next time. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna throw us on the end screen, and I'm gonna rate us over to somebody so you can keep watching some cool TTRPG stuff. But that's it for us. We will see y'all later. Bye bye.
Have a good night, all.